Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Laney College here in Oakland, California for this matchup between the San Francisco Seagulls and the Alameda Merchants. Both of these teams brand new affiliates in the California Collegiate League, and both these teams trying to get back on track. The Merchants currently 4-11, sitting last in the North Division of the CCL, and the Seagulls just one spot above them at 6-8. They're on their own 4-6 streak here in the last 10 games. Merchants 3-7 in their last 10 games, and for them, they've been all over. Just came from San Luis Obispo, similar to the Seagulls, and also played in Santa Barbara as they've been on a sort of a tough road trip, finally coming back home here. Hi, everyone. My name is Cameron Anderson here on the call. Let's take a look at the San Francisco Seagulls starting lineup in this one. It'll be Josh Aldgren leading off and playing in center, followed by Ryan Lordier at first. Ethan Rohn DHing today. Andrew Tinsley in right. Matt Moreno at third. Isaiah Landry in left. Shane Stanley behind the dish. Kai Holm at short, Jake Barber at second, and Dwyer Lewis, the man on the mound for the Seagulls, getting his fourth start, and he has worked in 7 innings in every start so far. Currently leads the team in strikeouts, but we'll get to more of that in just a moment. All right, let's quickly take a look at the home Alameda Merchants starting lineup, and leading off and playing center will be Wyatt Thames. In left field, Casey Leavitt McGee, and the pitcher on the mound once again and DHing, batting third, it's Rocco Borelli. At first base, Luke Piazza. At second base, Jacob Ornells. In right field, Aiden Toklas. And playing short, Jace Jeremiah, and then Frank Zapata behind the dish. Brady Wetzel at third base. All right, well, we are getting ready underway here. Josh Aldgren set to lead it off, and he will be facing Rocco Borelli once again. The last time these two teams faced off was on June 13th in San Bruno, when Borelli started on the mound and was in the lineup as a two-way player. He was really good in his start against the Seagulls, but right after he came out is when all the damage happened, as the Seagulls had a 9-run inning in the fourth, and the Merchants ended up not being able to come back in that one. Final score of 9-1. Seagulls capitalized after Borelli came out of the game. Aldgren quickly down the count, 0-2. Borelli from Antioch went to Antioch High School and just finished 2 seasons at Los Medanos College. 0-2 here on Aldgren. He fouls this one back. Borelli hit .320 with 4 doubles and a homer in his senior year, and in his 2 years at LMC, he hit .354 with 26 doubles, 4 triples, 8 homers, and 109 RBIs in 86 games, and then on the mound made 24 starts, throwing 173 innings with 164 strikeouts and a 4.68 ERA. So he only has 5 innings under his belt so far this summer in 2 starts. But he is definitely an arm that can work deep into ball games. I'm sure as the summer goes on, he'll start to sort of stretch out his appearances. This one is chopped to third base. Strong throw to first is just in time. Aldgren's retired for the first out.
Now batting, number 11, James Boone.
So batting second here and playing first is Ryan Lordier after the ground out to third base. Lordier playing at first today for the Seagulls, and he's leading the team in batting average. He's definitely been one of the better hitters in the lineup this season, and that's why he's in the 2-hole today. Lordier from Millbrae, California. Went to Cappuccino High School and then just finished his sophomore year at West Valley JC. Lordier hit .423, .393, and .474 in his 3 years on varsity in high school at Cappuccino. And he played in 89 games for West Valley, hitting .356 with 21 doubles, 6 triples, 4 homers, and had 71 RBIs, obviously on that West Valley team that went all the way to the state championship this spring in Mount Sac. Eventually lost in the state title game. Slider from Borelli misses outside. 2-2 here on Lordier. 1 out here in the top of the first. Fastball. Ran up inside a little late, but he fouls it off. We'll try again. Well, like I said, the last time these two teams faced off, June 13th, and it was the same pitching matchup, Dwyer Lewis against Rocco Borelli. Just sort of a coincidence. Borelli went 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no punch-outs. And then, like I said, Cantrell came in after, only recorded 1 out, walked 6 batters and hit 3 batters, gave up 8 runs in 1 frame. Dwyer Lewis on the other side for the Seagulls went 7 strong innings, just 3 hits, 1 run that was unearned, and 5 punch-outs. Fastball, strike 3. Lordier goes down looking. There's 2 gone.
Now batting number 26, Ethan Rose.
So 2 gone here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Ethan Roan. Roan has been consistently hitting in the middle of the lineup this summer. Just finished up at Murray State JC in Oklahoma. He's from Oklahoma. And he met Coach Dom, the skipper for the Seagulls, at Murray State JC. And that is what brought him to play for the Seagulls this summer. Him, along with a couple other Murray State guys, Andrew Tinsley and Will Ellis, who have all been integral pieces to this team. Will Ellis, most strikeouts on the team, 13 innings, 0 runs allowed so far, leads the league in saves. And Andrew Tinsley is on deck, batting 4th in the lineup. Another slider, catches the corner. Two and 2 here on Roan. Seagulls in danger of going down 1-2-3 to lead off the ball game. The 2-2 from Borelli misses high. Try the 3-2 again as Roan fouls that one off. Fastball rang him up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Borelli, both looking. The Seagulls go down 1-2-3 to start the ballgame. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0 here in Oakland. Home half of the first here at Laney College, and the man on the mound for the Seagulls is their ace, Dwyer Lewis, set for his 4th start of the summer. In his 3 previous starts, he's gone 7 innings in all of them, 21 innings so far, 18 strikeouts, tied for the most on the team, and is top 5 in the CCL. And he will just add to that total. Some of the other guys ahead of him have had more appearances or starts and more innings pitched. So hopefully get to see a lot of great Dwyer Lewis. He's been fantastic. The 2022 GSCBL runner-up pitcher of the year, and then joined the Seagulls last season and ended up winning it all. Pitcher of the year for the Seagulls last season en route to that championship year. Both these teams were in the GSCBL previously, the Merchants in the early 2010s. Here's a ground ball to Matt Moreno, flipped to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out for Lewis. Wyatt Thames, the center fielder, retired.
Now batting number 33, Casey Levitt McGee.
Lewis from Half Moon Bay, went to Half Moon Bay High School, then went to Butte College Academy of Art, and just finished his junior year at Cal State East Bay. He's headed back there for his senior year, playing Division II baseball in the CCA conference. Great conference, and 2 teams that made it deep into the D2 College World Series, one being the San Francisco State Gators and the Cal State Monterey Bay Otters. He had a 3.76 ERA with 24 strikeouts and 41 innings pitched in his junior and senior year. Junior year cut short due to COVID, and then his senior year in 2021. That one in the dirt. At Butte, he played 1 season, made 9 appearances, had 10 strikeouts in 16 innings, and then in his sophomore year at Academy of Art, pitched 26 innings with 21 strikeouts. Here's a line drive to short, picked over there by Holm. Throw to first, got him in time. Leavitt McGee might have been seemed like he kind of eased up at the very end right there. Nonetheless, he's out, 2 gone. Ground ball to third and a ground ball to short. Nice play by Kai Holm, ranging to his right to pick that one.
22, Rocco Borelli.
So in steps Rocco Borelli, the pitcher for the Merchants, and batting third today. Doing it all this summer for the Merchants. And he is definitely used to the 2-way capabilities. He's done it in the last 2 years at LMC. Comes into this one hitting .227. He's got a double and 3 RBIs. The 0-2 slider just misses outside. 1-2. Borelli hit over 350 in his 2 seasons at LMC, but that's a swing and a miss right there. Dwyer Lewis picks up his first strikeout, and it's back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings to kick this one off. We go to the top of the second, all tied 0-0. Top of the second, Andrew Tinsley, the Seagulls left fielder, set to lead it off. Hitting cleanup today. Tinsley comes in batting .289, second best batting average on the team and third most at-bats on the team as well. This is his 14th game, 15th game of the summer for the Seagulls, so he's just missed one game so far, and that was the first game in San Luis Obispo on Saturday, I do believe. Last time Dwyer Lewis took the mound. This one is popped up in a short center field. Thames coming in. He'll make the catch for the first out. So one down here in the top of the second, and that'll bring up Matt Moreno. Moreno headed to LMU in the fall. Just finished up high school, going into his freshman year. Another West Coast Conference soon to be. Moreno from Azusa, California, went to South Hills High School. And he hit .314 with 11 doubles and 3 homers in his junior and senior year. And also threw 37 innings and had a 1.30 ERA with 33 strikeouts. Don't know if he's going to try to 2A in college, but it seems like he's mostly just going to focus on playing third base at the Division I level. Fastball fouled back. Moreno, this is 7th game of the season. He's, I believe, played in every single game since he joined the Seagulls, was a late add to the roster. And swinging a miss on the slider. Borelli picks up his third strikeout. Moreno down, and there's 2 gone for Isaiah Landry.
Now batting number 1, Isaiah Landry.
Landry went to El Cerrito High School in Clayton Valley and is a sophomore at Alabama State. This is a drive to left field, but it's not going to have enough. Left fielder will make the catch, and that will be it for the top of the second. So 6 straight retired for Borelli, and we go to the home half of the second here in Laney. Here in Oakland, California, and a beautiful day, 73 degrees here in Oakland, as Dwyer Lewis immediately gets ahead 0-1 on the left-handed batter playing first base. It's number 36, Luke Piazza. Piazza, 6'2", throws right, hits left from Simi Valley into Royal High School, UC Davis, and is a senior at Willamette. Tough play for Barber at second, but he got him in time. Nice play. Barber up the middle, jump throw across his body, gets Piazza for the first out.
Now batting, number 11, Jacob Ornelas.
So 1 out, and in steps Jacob Ornelas. Another ground ball to second. This one a little more routine for Barber. Throw to first in time. 2 are gone. So this is what sort of would assume you're in store for when you have 2 really quality pitchers on the mound. Borelli, 1 run given up so far, not earned, so he still has a 0 ERA, and Dwyer Lewis is a sub-2 ERA. He's given up just 3 runs in 21 innings. And here's Aiden Toklas playing right field today. Swing and a miss. Toklas from San Francisco. Went to Sacred Heart Cathedral and the University of Hawaii and is now a sophomore at College of San Mateo. Ground ball to short. Home. Fields it cleanly. Throw to first, dug out by Lordy over there. And another 1-2-3 inning for Dwyer Lewis. 6 straight retired for both of these pitchers as we briskly head to the top of the third. Still tied 0-0. Well, Borelli uses an opener in this one. Just 2 innings for the two-way player Rocco Borelli. He faces the minimum, strikes out 3, surrenders no base runners, and now he's out of the game. It's the right-hander, Harry Tews, 6-foot righty from Concord, went to De La Salle, Holy Names, and is now a junior at Fresno Pacific. He made 7 appearances this spring at Fresno Pacific, going 1-1, 2.89 ERA in 9 1/3 innings pitched. So, exact same situation as the last time these 2 teams played in San Bruno, although Borelli at least went 3 innings in that one, but similarly was dominant and then taken out of the game. And this is where the Merchants had the wheels fall off last time, and we'll see if The bullpen can hold this one. Shane Stanley leading it off, and now 2-2 on him. And Stanley's been hitting well lately. 6 RBIs now on the summer, and he had 3 RBI singles in San Luis Obispo. All similar spots, too. Liam Forsyth was a late scratch, and so Stanley, who has been splitting catching duties with Liam Forsyth, gets the start here. That one misses outside, ball 4, and the Seagulls have a leadoff base runner.
Now batting number 6, Kai Home.
Well, runner on first, nobody out. And here's the Seagulls shortstop, number 6, Kai Holm. Stanley lead off at first. Holm from Redwood City, went to Sequoia High School, College of San Mateo, and just finished his junior year at Coppin State University, where Nav Sundar, who's not in the lineup today, although he's played in every game so far. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets an appearance today, whether it's a pinch hitter or a defensive sub. Holm had a really big senior year at Sequoia. He hit .457 in 26 games, 15 doubles and 3 triples, and then at CSM he hit .367 his freshman year and then .333 his sophomore year. Had 40 total RBIs in his 2 seasons there, and then this spring at Coppin State he hit .280 with 29 RBIs in the 45 games he played. He's currently tied with the most RBIs on the team right now with Josh Hansen, who's not in the lineup today, but they both have 9 RBIs coming into this one. Hitting out of the 8-hole today. Breaking ball in, it's low.
I let off though when I was a junior just because I knew how to do that lead stuff. That was never a fast.
2-2 on Holm. Fastball, he's down looking. 4th punch out for the Merchants pitching staff so far, and a big first out after the leadoff walk. And in steps the second baseman for the Seagulls, number 4, Jake Barber. Barber from Raleigh, North Carolina. First pitch, popped up, shortstop running back, and the left fielder will call him off and make the catch for the second out. That is Leave It McGee out there, calling off his shortstop, Jeremiah.
Now batting number 3, Jake Algarin.
Oh, really?
So here's Josh Algarin, the leadoff hitter, getting his second at-bat here in the 3rd inning. He grounded out to 3rd after a long at-bat to lead off the game. Algarin, born in Japan, played baseball internationally in 7 different countries before coming back to the United States for high school when he was 14. He pops this one up to Leave It McGee again for the 3rd out. So the left fielder McGee making a couple of plays here. Leadoff walk, but doesn't come back to bite the Merchants. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, still 0-0. Jace Jeremiah set to lead it off for the Merchants. Jeremiah from San Mateo to Aragon High School, and then Skyline, and is a senior at St. John's. Four-year varsity player, hit .378 his senior year with 7 doubles, 3 triples, and 4 homers. And at Skyline, he hit .333 with 13 doubles, 2 triples, and 6 homers. And he's been at St. John's for 2 years. He's hit .210 with 6 doubles and 27 RBIs in 57 games. Well, he'll be facing Dwyer Lewis, who has faced the minimum so far. And strike 3. Down goes the Merchants shortstop. Dwyer's second punch out of the ballgame.
14, Frank Zapata.
With 1 out, that'll bring up Frank Zapata, son of the skipper who roams this field, Coach Zapata, the head coach for Laney. So Zapata, a couple years at Laney. So he's very accustomed to this field, doing the catching duties today. Popped up, short right center field. Barber ranging back into short right field, and he'll make the catch for the second out. So Lewis making quick work of this Merchants lineup so far that
Now batting, number
has
0,
been
Brady Wetzel.
struggling as a team. They come in today batting .218 as a team. And both these teams, not a lot of pop. Just 1 home run for the Merchants so far as a team, and 2 home runs for the Seagulls. One by Josh Hansen and the other by Ethan Roan. Feliciano is the only man with the home run for the Merchants, and he's not in the lineup today as Lewis gets another swing and a miss on the slider. 0-2 on Brady Wetzel. Fly ball, right field. Tinsley coming in, and he will make the running catch for the third out. 3 innings, and Lewis has still faced the minimum. We go to the top of the 4th. Still 0-0 here in Laney College. Well, let's take a look at the next upcoming game for the Seagulls. They will be in San Mateo tomorrow. 1 o'clock start, early afternoon on Monday against the Menlo Park Legends, who just took a pretty big loss to the Stompers today, losing 10-1. But the Legends have been pretty good so far. 1 game ahead of the Seagulls as Laurier set to lead it off here. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. Takes a look at a couple of balls outside, 2-0. Laurier, .360 batting average so far this summer. He's only played in 8 games now, including this one. But he's done a little bit of everything. Double, 5 RBIs, 5 walks, a couple of stolen bases. 3-1 on Laurier. Fly ball, right field. Right fielder hustling over. He will not be able to make the play. It's down for a foul ball. So the count now 3-2. Just out of reach of the right fielder, Toklas. 3-2 count here. Roan is on deck, the 3-hitter. Curveball misses, and it's another leadoff walk for the Seagulls. 2 walks now for Harry Twos.
Number 26, Ethan Roan.
So here's Ethan Roan. He's hitting 200 now as Lordier's on the move. High throw. Did they get him? No. The throw was really close, and it looked like Lordier might have avoided the tag. The throw was there, but Lordier dodges the tag, and it was a ball on the pitch, 1-0 on Roan. Roan 7 RBIs this summer, which is second best on the team, and his 18 walks are the most in the California Collegiate League, including the North and South divisions. So really good plate discipline for Roan. High on base percentage, although he is hitting 200. Those 18 walks help out a lot. And he did a lot of damage this spring at Murray State, JC in Oklahoma. Had a really big sophomore season. 2-1, misses, low, 3-1. The 3-1 from Twos, and it misses. Ball 4, back-to-back walks to begin the 4th frame here at Laney College.
Now batting number 10, Andrew Tinsley.
So back-to-back walks, and that'll bring up the right fielder, number 10, Andrew Tinsley. Tinsley made a nice running catch to finish the 3rd inning. Flew out to center in his 1 at-bat today. Runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out. That one misses low and outside, ball 1. Tinsley came into this one hitting 289 and tied for the most stolen bases with Josh Algren at 5. Fastball misses. Oh, Tinsley just missed it. Fouls it straight back. 1-1. Tinsley had a heck of a day a week ago from today, last Sunday, against the Slow Blues. Went 5 for 6, came around to score 4 times and had 2 stolen bases in that one. And that 14-11 victory against the Blues in Slow, as the Seagulls took both games in Slow. The Merchants were just in San Luis Obispo. They dropped both games there, and the game prior to the Foresters, who are considered one of the best teams in the CCL. Them and the Walnut Creek Crawdads have been red hot so far. Here's a fly ball to right field. Right fielder running down, and sliding attempt, won't be able to make the catch. So that's strike 2 on Tinsley. Tinsley from Frisco, Texas. Two and 2 count on him. Runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Fouled off once again. Long pause from Twos. The 2-2 looked like a changeup. Tinsley out in front, but gets a piece of it. This is Twos' 5th appearance. And so far he's got hit around a little bit, but a lot of it has been high walks and high strikeouts. 16 walks in 14 innings coming into this appearance. Now 18 walks in 15 innings. But he also strikes out a lot of batters. 16 strikeouts coming into this one. But trying to lower that ERA. Came today with an 8.79 ERA. Change up. This one hit to shortstop, unable to make the clean play, and he's going to hold it. So this is a turf field, which gives you more true hops as an infielder and outfielder, but that one kind of tricky. Also went right under the umpire, so could have been a little deceiving for the shortstop Jeremiah. Might have lost track of the ball as the umpire was kind of in the way of that one. So that will go down as the E6. Now bases loaded with nobody out for Matt Moreno. Great spot here if you're a Seagulls fan. Moreno has been one of the better hitters in the lineup, especially with runners in scoring position. Ground ball to short. Shortstop goes to third, and they'll take the force out there. And third baseman Wetzel will hold it. So they get the runner at third for the first out. One run comes in to score. Lordier makes it 1-0. Now one gone with runners on first and second for Isaiah Landry. So 6-5 put out as the first pitch to Landry is high. Ball 1. Roan out at third. Tinsley moves up to second. And Moreno reaches on the fielder's choice. Landry up. The sophomore at Alabama State had a really good year in his freshman campaign at Alabama State. Move to second. Tinsley gets back in time. Bang, bang play there. Twos, good move. Try to catch Tinsley napping. Really close play, but it looks like Tinsley got back in time. This spring, as a freshman at Alabama State, Landry hit .363 in 31 games and had 7 doubles, 4 triples, and 2 homers. Tinsley also played for the Alameda Anchors last season. The Anchors, another Alameda team, are in the BACL, the Bay Area Collegiate League. It's 3-0 on Landry. One out. Runners on first and second. That one misses high. Ball 4. Third walk of the inning for Harry Twos. And the bases are loaded again with 1 out. So catcher Frank Zapata calls time, talks to Twos, who's had some command issues in this one. 3 walks, 1 run across, albeit there was an error. And here's Shane Stanley, the catcher, went to Lowell High School, 2 years at CCSF, and transferred to University of Maryland Eastern Shore. First pitch to him is a good fastball located on the outside corner for strike 1. Stanley walked in his last plate appearance, was the first base runner of the ballgame, as Borelli and Lewis were lights out. 1-1 on Stanley. As a senior in high school, his junior and senior year were cut a little short. Just played 7 games in those 2 years at Lowell. And in his sophomore campaign at Lowell, he hit .329 and helped his team win the 2019 CIF San Francisco Section Baseball Championship. But Stanley, primarily known for his great defense, threw out 54 runners in his 2 years at CCSF and only made 3 errors in 67 games behind the dish. 3-1 on Stanley. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1 run across here in the top of the 4th already. The 3-1 low, and it's a couple of walks for Stanley so far, and this will add another run. 2-0 Seagulls, very similar to the last time these two teams played. Borelli was money to start the game and then got pulled really early, and the Merchants pitching staff just struggled to find the strike zone. Looks like Coach Dustin, who is a pitching coach here at Laney, he's a manager for the Merchants this season. So he's used to these type of visits. He's got a couple of pitchers from Laney on the staff here for the Merchants. Not surprising. So it looks like he's going to stick with 2s for now as he stays out there. Bases still loaded. Still just 1 out. And here's Kai Holm. 2 runs across in the frame. Holm struck out looking in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from 2s. Strike 1. Said earlier, Holm leading the team, tied for the lead in RBIs with 9. And 4th best batting average. Here's a ground ball to third, and third baseman Wetzel unable to make the play and skips into foul territory, but not before he tried to catch it in fair territory, so that'll be a fair ball. And 1 more run comes in to score. So a couple of errors from the left side of the infield, and not a recipe for success for the Merchants. 4 walks and 2 errors this inning alone for the Merchants. Base is still loaded, and here's Jake Barber, the second baseman for the Seagulls. Takes a look at a strike, catches the outside corner. He flew out to left in his lone at-bat. Still 1 out here in the top of the 4th. That one in the dirt. Good block from Zapata. Keeps it in front of him. Fastball runs inside. Barber still looking for his first knock of the summer. 0 for 14 right now, and this is a good spot to pick up his first hit. And it's up the middle, and it gets down. 1 run will score. Stanley will be held up at third. It's an RBI single for Jake Barber. Well, sometimes you got to speak it into existence. Four runs have come across here in the 4th, and Barber does his job, passes the baton to Josh Algarin, who was the last out of the 3rd inning. And Zapata once again will call time and talk to 2s. That was the first hit of the inning for the Seagulls. And it looks like that'll be it for two's. Second visit from the skipper. And he will hand the ball off. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back on the other side with the next arm for the Merchants. It's 4-0 Seagulls. Still top four here in Oakland at Laney College. And the Merchants go to the bullpen once again. It's the left-hander, Antonio Villalobos. This is his second appearance of the summer. He had 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no runs allowed. And Villalobos from Tracy, California, is a junior at Chabot. And this spring, he threw 6 2/3 innings in 7 games with 9 strikeouts, but had a 13.5 ERA. Again, short sample size, just under 7 innings out of the bullpen, and just 1 inning so far this summer. Well, left-on-left matchup as the leadoff hitter, Algarin, steps up for his 3rd plate appearance. 0 for 2 today, ground out and a fly out. This is Algarin's 3rd year with the Seagulls. He's one of 2 third-year Seagulls on the team. And he's currently in the transfer portal looking for a new home after a redshirt sophomore season at Queen's University of Charlotte. He raked in his freshman year at Ohlone. Played in 40 games and hit .348. 25 RBIs, 30 runs, and had 2 homers, 2 triples, and 3 doubles, and was a first-team all-conference outfielder as a freshman at Ohlone, which is very impressive because Ohlone is a prestigious community college, one of the better conferences, and a huge roster that they hold at Ohlone. A lot of guys redshirt there because it's very competitive. Breaking ball. He's out in front of it a little bit. Right fielder coming in. He'll make the catch. Stanley fakes the tag, and he's going to go back to third. That was definitely too shallow for him to tag up on. Algarin was just out in front on the breaking ball, caught it off the end of the bat, and wasn't hit deep enough to drive in a run.
Now batting, number 17, Ryan Lordier.
So Algarin flies out to right for the second out. And here's Ryan Lordier. Lordier walked to begin this inning, so the Seagulls have now officially batted around. He came across to score the opening run of the ball game. Takes a look at a ball. Lordier picked up his 3rd stolen base of the summer. Villalobos out of the windup here with bases loaded and 2 outs. This was a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman flipped to short for the 3rd out. So Villalobos comes in and does the job, picks up a couple of outs, doesn't give up any more runs, but the Seagulls get 4 across here in the top of the 4th. We head to the home half of the 4th here at Laney College. Bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Seagulls. Dwyer Lewis has faced the minimum so far through 3 innings. And he will face the top of the order here. It's the center fielder, Wyatt Thames, from Elk Grove to Coalinga and Big Valley Christian High School, Biola University, and is a senior at Willamette. He hit .571 in his junior year at Coalinga High School and .316 his senior year at Big Valley Christian. This spring at Willamette, he hit .333, 4 doubles, a homer, and 13 RBIs in 27 games. He's leading off today for the Merchants. He led off the last time these two teams faced as well. Lewis misses high with the slider. Lewis, the closed stance. Ground ball. Fields it himself. Sprint to first, and he flips the underhand for the 1st out. 1-3 put out for the first batter here in the 4th. And that'll bring up the 2-hitter. It's Casey Levitt McGee. Left-handed hitter playing left field. And he has the 2nd best batting average on the team right now at the .349 batting average. 15 hits, most on the team. And it leads the team in walks as well with 8. Slider, and McGee out in front, rolls it foul. It's a healthy dose of sliders for Lewis. And it's really a 2-pitch mix that he's throwing up there, but he has had so much success, especially in the summer. Like I said, he's the co-pitcher of the year in 2022 and then one pitcher of the year in 2023. And right now has looked like one of the best pitchers in the CCL. Slider, this one will get down. Nice piece of hitting for McGee. And it's a 1-out knock. First base run of the ballgame for the Merchants.
Now batting number 22, Rocco Borelli.
So 1 out, runner on first, and that'll bring up the starting pitcher, who only threw 2 innings, used as an opener in this one, but still DHing and batting third, Rocco Borelli. First pitch fastball in there, strike 1. Borelli struck out swinging to finish the first inning. He's 0 for 1 today. That one fouled back. Borelli was a all-conference selection his freshman year at LMC in the Bay Valley Conference. Played with Seth Gwynn, who's at Cal, and Ryan Pierce, who is at St. Mary's doing his thing. Couple of D1 guys. 1-2 on Borelli. McGee at first. Lewis in the dirt, swing and a miss. Runner caught up now. Throw back to first. Not a tag from Lordier. Probably would have been safe anyway, but. So Borelli goes down swinging on that slider in the dirt. It's gotten so many victims so far this summer. Third punch out of the ball game for Lewis. And now 2 are gone for Luke Piazza. Piazza grounded out to Barber up the middle. This one, line drive into center. Algren not going to make a play on it. Gets in the second. He sort of spiked it right there. Runner's digging for 3. He's going to make it. So Algren let go of the ball far too late. Might have tried to pump fake. Don't see that very often, but McGee heads up enough to take the extra 90 feet on that. Now runners on the corners with 2 outs after the single and throwing error. Jacob Ornelas, the second baseman, swing and a miss. Swings right over top of the slider. He also grounded out to second. He's 0 for 1. Goes back to the slider, just misses. 1-1. Ornelas trying to get the bat going, but not this time. Grounded short, home. Running play, throw to first, a little high, but in time and accurate enough over there to Lordier to get the 3rd out. So Merchants get runners on the corners with 2 outs, but unable to drive any home. It's still 4-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. So before we head to the top of the 5th, Ethan Rohn set to lead it off for the Seagulls and had a chance to catch up with him in the last road trip in Slow. All right, I'm here with Ethan Rohn. Ethan, you're from Oklahoma. You went to Murray State. Do you have that connection with Coach Dom, and that's what brought you to the Seagulls?
I do, yeah. So I heard about it through Coach Dom, and he wanted me to just come out and play this summer, and it's been great so far.
Yeah. What about Coach Dom really drew you to keep playing for him, since you already had him as a coach at Murray State? What about him intrigued you?
Yeah, no, he's a great coach. He has my respect. He he cares about his players for sure and everything that he does in baseball. So he's just a really good guy.
What has your experience been like with the Seagulls so far, personally, in terms of your own play, but also sort of as a team, the camaraderie aspect of playing with the Seagulls?
No, it's been fun. Getting to see good arms every single time we play,
Now batting number 26,
and to have the
Ethan Rose.
competition that we do here in the CCL. It's a great league. But yeah, it's been great.
All right, that was Ethan Roan, who's leading it off here against Villalobos, who recorded the last 2 outs. He came in quite a jam, bases loaded, 1 out, and he got out of it with no more runs let up. And here's a 3-hitter, Ethan Roan. Roan 0 for 1 today, a strikeout and a walk. His 19th walk of the season. This one down the middle, Roan just misses it, fouls it back. Fouled back once again. Now 2 strikes on Roan. Roan at Murray State was really good in his sophomore campaign as he's now transferring to Central University. 2-strike pitch, foul tip, but caught by the catcher Zapata. That's strike 3.
Now batting number 10, Andrew Tinsley.
So Roan goes down swinging for the first out here in the 5th. Top 5 here in Oakland. This is an off-speed. Tinsley all over this one. Driven deep to left field. A one-hop the wall. Tinsley easily make it into second base, and he'll hold up there. It's a 1-out double. Looked like Villalobos hung the changeup, and Tinsley didn't miss it. Thought he might have gotten all of it, but just came shy. One hopper off the wall. And now the Seagulls have another runner in scoring position. Runner on second, 1 out for Matt Moreno, the LMU commit. Just graduated high school, headed to his freshman year of college. So one of the younger guys on the team. Him and Josh Hansen both just finished high school. Good spot from Villalobos. Gets the corner. Strike 1 on Moreno. Moreno reached on the fielder's choice, in which Jeremiah went the short way to third to get the force out. He and Moreno ended up coming across to score. So Moreno 0 for 2 today, struck out in his first at-bat and then reaching on a fielder's choice, but did come across to score. One of the 4 runs for the Seagulls so far. Moreno pops this one up. Second baseman hustling back. He'll be called off by the right fielder. That's Toklas, who makes the catch for the second out. So well done there by the right fielder, calling off the second baseman, who's backpedaling, and a much trickier play for him than the right fielder who's running in on the ball.
Isaiah Landry.
Here's Isaiah Landry. Landry 0 for 1 today with the walk. He came across to score as well last inning. Flew out to the opposing left fielder in his first at-bat. And he's all over this one. Hard line drive into left field. Throw home is a good one. It'll be cut off. So Tinsley holds up at third base. It's a single for Isaiah Landry. Runners on the corners with 2 gone for the catcher, Shane Stanley.
Shane Stanley.
Good RBI spot here for Stanley, who has been adding to his RBI total as of late. Comes into this one with 6 RBIs. Before the slow trip, he had just 1. Then he had a 3 RBI game on Sunday, helping the Seagulls score 14 runs. And he's on top of this one, grounded to short. Jeremiah running throw gets Stanley at first in time for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Seagulls. Home half of the 5th. Dwyer Lewis still on the mound. Just 2 runners surrendered so far. A couple of hits in the 4th by the Merchants, and that's been it for the Merchants offense. Aiden Toklas set to lead it off for the Merchants, the sophomore at College of San Mateo. Went to Sacred Heart Cathedral High School.
Now batting number 44, Aiden Toklas.
He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short in his first at-bat back in the 2nd. Fastball fouled back. So Lewis looking good once again here in this one. Again, he's made 3 starts and has gone 7 innings in all 3 starts so far. So that just seems to be the standard for him as he gets the slider over, strike 2. Oh and 2 on the Merchants right fielder. Takes the slider low and in. Ball 1. So good eye there from Toklas. Lewis looking for his 4th punch out of the ball game. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Home plate umpire is going to call it himself. No appeal down to 3rd, and Toklas down swinging for the first out in the 5th.
Now batting number 3, Jace Jeremiah.
So in steps the Merchants shortstop, number 3, Jace Jeremiah. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Another slider from Lewis, but he misses. 1-0. 1-1 on Jeremiah. And he chops this one back to the mound. Lewis, once again, will have a sprint to first base. Almost looked like he wanted to take it himself. Instead, he flips it to Lordier for the second out. So 2 outs. In steps Frank Zapata, who is very familiar with this field. Couple of seasons at Laney. Fouls this one back. Zapata went to Archbishop Reardon in the city and spent 2 years at Laney. Hit .365 with 3 doubles and a homer in his senior year at Reardon. As he grounds this one to the right side. Nice sliding stop from Lordier. Throw to first. Oh, Lewis, almost a spectacular play as he had to reach back against the momentum of him running to first. Almost made a great sliding play. So Lordier throw is just behind Lewis. Maybe Lordier not cut out to be a quarterback, as didn't hit Lewis in stride, but so Zapata reaches.
Now batting number 0, Brady Wetzel.
And in steps Brady Wetzel, third baseman for the Merchants. He lays down a bunt. Lewis, another sliding stop. Decides not to throw it. He's going to eat that one. And that's a bunt single for the 9-hitter, Brady Wetzel.
Now batting number 7, Wyatt Thames.
So back-to-back runners reaching with 2 outs. Now runners on first and second. It's just the second time the Merchants have had runners in scoring position so far, as Lewis has not even really had to break a sweat. Thames 0 for 2 so far, a couple of ground outs, including a comebacker to the mound. Check swing, they're going to say he held up. Stanley calls the appeal himself, and the first base umpire says he went around. So good appeal right there. 0-2 on Thames. Lewis looking for another punch out. Instead, it's up the middle. Home, flip to second. Is it in time? It is. The Seagulls get the force out. Nice play from Kai Holm and Jake Barber, who had to keep his foot on the bag. And the Seagulls get out of the jam here in the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. 4-0 San Francisco. Top 6 here in Oakland at Laney College. Seagulls up 4-0 on the Alameda Merchants. Both these teams first years in the CCL. And both these teams won 2 championships in the GSCBL. The Seagulls won back-to-back years in 2022 and 2023 before getting bumped to the CCL. And the Merchants used to play in the GSCBL in the early 2010s. They won a championship in 2012 and 2014. Or 2013 and 2014. Home pops out for the first out here in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring up Jake Barber, who picked up his first knock of the summer. And it was an RBI single. So 1 for 15 now this summer. Shows bunt, pulls back. One 1-0 on Barber. See how deep into the game Villalobos can go. He's had early success so far. Gets that one over for a strike. And most importantly for the Merchants, he's throwing strikes. That was really the problem. And Harry Tew's outing. Swing and a miss from Barber, 1-2. Villalobos isn't going to necessarily overpower you with the fastball, although he did get a late swing and a miss from Barber right there. He's going to try to get you off balance with off-speed pitches. Goes to the fastball, misses, 2-2. Merchants have, I believe, 6 days off until their next CCL matchup. And this they're on a pretty big road trip. We're in Santa Barbara on Thursday, and then drove up to San Luis Obispo in the Central Coast for Friday, Saturday games, and then quick turnaround playing today on Sunday. Ground ball, right side of the second baseman diving attempt. He will not be able to knock it down, and it's 2 hits for Jake Barber. 2 for 2 today, or 2 for 3 today, and he picks up his 2 hits this season.
Now batting number 3, Josh Algarin.
So 1 out knock, and in steps Josh Algarin. And Frank Zapata is going to call time. Talk to Villalobos. Algarin was one of the best hitters for the Seagulls last year when they were still in the Golden State League. And he's now played in over 70 games for the Seagulls. 5 career homers, 9 triples, almost 20 doubles, and 40 stolen bases. And not only has he been great as a leadoff hitter, defensively, one of the better center fielders you will find. Pops the bunt back, foul, 0-1. Algarin came into this one hitting .233. He's got 3 RBIs and the 5 stolen bases, tied for the most on the team. Him and Andrew Tinsley, both with 5. Ground ball to second base, could be 2. Flip to short, throw to first. In time, it's an inning-ending double play. And Villalobos faces just 3 batters here as Algarin grounds into the double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 4-0, Seagulls out in front. Cameron Anderson back here in Oakland, California for Seagulls baseball. And the Seagulls up 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Casey Leavitt McGee set to lead it off. He's 1 for 2 today. And had the heads-up base running. Ended up taking third base after the errant throw from Algren, where he seemed like he was trying to pull his throw back. Instead, he spiked it. And McGee, same as Zapata, played here at Laney. He's currently a sophomore. And he went to Sacred Heart Cathedral. Led the Eagles, the Laney Eagles, in at-bats this spring and hit .397 with 8 doubles, a triple, a homer, and led the team in RBIs with 35. So him and Zapata were one of the better hitters for Laney this spring. Here's a fly ball to left field. Landry racing towards the line. He'll make the catch in deep left field for the first out. One gone for Rocco Borelli.
Batting number 22, Rocco Borelli.
Couple of punch outs for Borelli. Again, very interesting. They're clearly limiting his innings on the mound. 3 appearances so far this summer, just 7 innings. Went 3 innings in San Bruno back on the 13th, and then just 2 innings today, even though he was under 40 pitches. Here's a line drive back up the middle. It's a 1-out knock for Borelli, and the 3-hitter for the Merchants is on first base.
Now batting number 36, Luke Piazza.
So lefty, righty, lefty, and Piazza, who singled in his last at-bat, 1 for 2 today. Borelli lead at first. Fastball in there, strike 1. Lewis has been throwing strikes all day. Hasn't had a single 2-ball count today. Not even a 3-ball count. Not a single 2-ball count today. 1-1 on Piazza. Long hold, Borelli on the move. Ground ball to second. Borelli, since he was running, will get into second easily. No play there. So Barber just takes the sure out at first base. Now 2 are gone with Borelli at second.
Batting number 11, Jacob Ornelas.
Lewis now 26 innings and 2/3 this summer, and just 2 walks, which is pretty incredible. He is definitely a strike thrower. First pitch, strike once again. 0-1 on the Merchants second baseman, Jacob Ornelas. Slider, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. One and one, 2 outs and a runner on second. Merchants trying to get on the board here in the 6th. Another slider, perfect location on the outside corner. And Lewis starting to move that outside corner. And since he's been living out there, he might be able to get away with a little bit more. That slider looked like it was at least a few inches off the plate. Moved to second. Runner back in safely. Again, it's the... Greg Maddox was the best at doing it, but working that corner and expanding the zone. This might be trouble. Algren coming in. He will not be able to make the catch, and since he slid, the ball will go over his head, and runner will get into second base. So, weak contact, but perfectly placed into shallow center field. Algren unable to make the catch, and that's the first run of the game for the Merchants. It's 4-1, and Ornelas moves up to second base. So he trades spots with Borelli, and still danger lurking. Here's the right fielder, Toklas. He's 0 for 2 today, and this is up the middle, and that'll be an RBI single. Algren's going to come home with it, and it's going to hit over the mound, and again, confusion with who's the cutoff. Lordier, the first baseman, is the cutoff right there. Instead, nobody was there. And so skips over the mound.
Now batting number 3, Jace Jeremiah.
So back-to-back hits. And now it is 4-2. And again, runner advancing an extra 90 feet back in scoring position. Great slider from Lewis. Gets the inside corner on Jeremiah. Jeremiah, strikeout and a comebacker to the mound so far. And this one up the middle again, and that's a cherry hop that the Seagulls are happy about. Barber on to first, so 2 runs come across here in the 6th as the Merchants cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2 as we go to the 7th. So, 4th pitcher of the ballgame for the Merchants after Borelli opened, went 2 innings, 3 punch-outs, no runners on base for him. He was perfect through 2 innings, and then Harry Tews came into the game, few walks, and that's where the Seagulls capitalized, put 4 runs on the board, but then Villalobos was pretty great when he came in. Got out of a 1-out bases-loaded jam and then went a couple more innings and now hands it off to Antonio Vazquez. And this is Vasquez's first appearance of the summer for the Merchants. And right back up the middle, and it hit Vasquez. Can't tell if it hit the glove. Looks like it might have just hit the glove, but it could have also been a little bit of the side, whether it's his shoulder or...
Now batting number 26, Ethan Rowan.
So Lordier, leadoff single, and here's Ethan Roan. Roan, a walk and a couple of strikeouts today, DHing and hitting third for the Seagulls. Foul tips that one. Roan just finished his sophomore year at Murray State JC and is going to Central University. At Murray State this spring, he hit .344 and had over a 1 OPS. Good stop from Zapata back there, keeping Lordier at first. He had a 6-game multi-hit game stretch in 2 3-game series against Redlands Community College and Western Oklahoma State. And he also had a 7 RBI game this spring at Murray State. Swing and a miss. Vasquez takes a little off that one. Roan way out in front. 2 strikes. 2-2 on Roan. Nobody out. Runner on first here in the top of the 7th. Two from Vasquez. It's like a hard slider or maybe a cutter that he's throwing up there. Try the 2-2 again. Ground ball up the middle. Could be 2. Shortstop Jeremiah takes it himself. Throw to first in time. It's a double play. And 2 are gone as Jeremiah does it himself. So Lordier's single is erased. And now 2 are gone for Andrew Tinsley, the Seagulls right fielder, as that one to the backstop, just a bit outside. 1-0 on Tinsley. He doubled in his last at-bat, and he's 1 for 3 today. Tinsley reached on an error back in the 4th and then came around to score as he swings over the top of that one. 1-2. So Vasquez filling up the strike zone here early. The 2-2 in the dirt. Or excuse me, the 1-2 in the dirt. Two and 2 on Tinsley. Fastball, perfect spot. Catches the inside corner. Tinsley thought it ran inside a bit too much, but nonetheless, he's down looking for the 3rd out. We go to the home half of the 7th. Here in Oakland, it's 4-2. Bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Seagulls, and into the box is Frank Zapata. And this one back up the middle, and he's back on base in his last 2 at-bats. He hit that ground ball to the right of first base. Laurier made a nice sliding stop, but couldn't throw it over to Lewis, covering the bag in time. So Zapata's back on. Leadoff single for the Merchants as they're down by 2, getting late here. Lewis now working into his 7th inning. And here's Brady Wetzel, the third baseman. He singled in his last at-bat. 1 for 2 today. And Zapata on the move. Slider. Throw from Stanley. It's not going to be in time. Zapata swipes second. Wetzel from San Ramon went to California High School and is a junior, played 2 years at Chabot. And he rolls over this one. Runner's going to third. Throw to third. And Moreno is unable to hold on to it and apply the tag. Lewis tried to come up firing to second. And so a little bit of defensive woes right there as Holm was trying to get the aggressive Zapata out at third. Throw was there, but Moreno couldn't hold on to it. And then Wetzel saw that the throw got by and made it all the way up to second base. So runners now second and third as Coach Dom having a word with Lewis, his first mound visit of the night, as really before the 6th inning, Lewis was kind of on cruise control. Now the Merchants have put together 6 hits in the last 2 innings.
Now batting number 7, Wyatt Thames.
Both runners in scoring position, and the lineup flips over. It's Wyatt Thames, who's 0 for 3 today. First pitch misses low and outside, ball 1. Slider, swing and a miss. Well, one thing about Lewis's outing so far, he's still yet to have a 2-ball count tonight, as he's just been throwing strikes all game. This one fouled down the line and out of play. 1-2 on the Merchant center fielder. And open base at first, but Lewis going right after Thames right here. The 1-2 misses outside. Two count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Low and in the dirt. 3-2. So first 2-ball count and first 3-ball count for Lewis. Count is full. Open base at first, but the heart of the order lurking. Ground ball, ran inside, and Moreno's going to go to first. Thought about coming home with it, but Zapata had a great jump, and he scores. It's a 1-run game. So
Now batting, number
5-3
33,
put out,
Casey
but it's an
McGee.
RBI for Thames. And now just a one-run game, tying run at third. Go-ahead run at the plate. And it's one of the more dangerous hitters this spring at the community college level. Takes a look at one in the dirt. McGee singled and made it all the way to third back in the fourth inning, but was stranded. The Merchants had runners on first and third with 2 outs, but couldn't push one across. And this is a great piece of hitting into the gap. It's an RBI knock for Leavitt McGee. And the errant throw is run down by Lewis, but runner won't advance anyway. It's a tie game now. RBI single from the left fielder for the Merchants. And it's 0-0. Brand new ball game.
Borelli.
1 out, runner on first for Rocco Borelli, who singled back up the middle in his last at-bat and then came across to score the first run of the game for the Merchants. Fastball runs inside, ball 1. See if Lewis can get through this 7th inning. Again, in all 3 starts, he's gone 7 innings. Foul tip. Coach for Merchants. He's also the pitching coach for Laney. Was thinking that one was a balk. And Lewis had a couple balks in his last outing because he hadn't come set long enough. He can definitely rush himself, but gets a big swing and a miss on the curveball. 1-2 on Borelli. Already 2 strikeouts this evening for Borelli. The 1-2, it's a grounder, and it could be 2. Throw to second, and on to first, not in time. So they get the force out at second, but Borelli beats out the back end of the double play. Now 2 gone and a runner on first.
Now batting, number 36, Luke Piazza.
So Moreno, the third baseman, making both of the outs this inning, or fielding both of the outs this inning. And here's Piazza. Gets by Stanley. Borelli didn't read it right away and probably would have been gunned out at second anyway. Didn't get that far away from Stanley. Piazza 1 for 3 today. A couple of ground outs to second and a single back in the fourth. This is another ground ball. Might have even broke his bat. Flip to second in time for the third out. 2 runs come across for the Merchants here in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th, all tied now for apiece. Top of the 8th, and we got a brand new ball game, 4-4. Laney 9 hits now to the Seagulls 5, but a couple of errors for the Eagles and via the scoreboard here. 1 error by the Seagulls. And Matt Moreno fouls this one back. Moreno 0 for 3 today, but did come across to score on the after reaching on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. That was when they decided to go to 3rd instead. Moreno down looking, second strikeout of the game for him, and he's the first out here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting number 1, Isaiah Landry.
Back-to-back strikeouts from Vasquez dating back to the end of the 7th. And here's Landry, 1 for 2 today with a walk, and he came across to score back in the 4th. A really good freshman season at Alabama State, hitting a bunch of doubles, 4 triples, and a couple of homers. He had a nice base hit in his last at-bat into short left field. The 2-1. And once again, it's a base hit in the left field for Landry, and he's 2 for 3 today. So 1 out, single, and in steps Shane Stanley.
Shane Stanley.
Stanley, a couple of walks today, and then grounded out to short in his last at-bat. 6 RBIs on the season for him. And this one runs inside, ground ball to 3rd, on to 2nd, throw to 1st, picked over there by Piazza. It's an inning-ending double play, just what the doctor ordered for the Merchants. 5-6-3, and the Seagulls go down here in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied 4-4 here in Oakland. Well, that is it for Dwyer Lewis's night, and it's a lefty who's brand new to the roster. Exciting if you're a Seagulls fan. This is the 6'2 southpaw, Will Gnibus from Incline Village, Nevada. Went to Bellarmine College Prep High School in San Jose, and then went to Mission College for a couple of years and is now a junior at Kansas State. He was named Coast Conference South Pitcher of the Year and NorCal's second team pitcher of the year in high school. And in his 2 seasons at Mission College, 30 appearances, 66 and 2/3 innings pitched, with 79 strikeouts and a 3.51 ERA. He didn't pitch this spring at Kansas State. So I do believe he redshirted this year at Kansas State, so still has 2 more years of eligibility. And he's facing Jacob Ornelas to lead off the 8th, and immediately ground ball back up the middle. The Merchants have been on a tear lately. Here in the later innings, now 10 hits for the Merchants. First 3 innings, they didn't have a single base runner, and then a couple of hits in the 4th. 2 more hits in the 5th, followed by 3 hits in the 6th, and 2 more hits in the 7th. So leadoff knock for Ornelas, as Coach Dustin Shaney will talk to the pinch hitter, Kai Young. Pinch hitting for the right fielder, Talkless. Takes a look at a strike. Young from Lemoore, went to Fresno High School, Modesto JC, and is a senior at Northwest Missouri State. He played 2 years at Modesto, hit .341 with 16 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 37 RBIs in 54 games. And then he played in 48 games this spring at Northwestern Missouri. This is a slow roller to home, deep into the hole. The throw to first is high. Lordier, nice catch, but was unable to come down in time. And that'll probably go down as an infield single for Young. Tough play from home over there in the deep into the hole.
Now batting, number 3, Chase Jeremiah.
So now runners on first and second. It's Jace Jeremiah, 0 for 3 today. Strikeout and a couple of ground outs. So nobody out, runners on first and second. And Jeremiah shows bunt, unable to get it down. And the Seagulls 6'2" lefty, Nibis. Pretty good fastball. Going to be high 8s to low 9s with the fastball. And that one catches the outside corner. Jeremiah pulled back. Didn't think it was going to be a strike. Instead, he's down the count 0-2, so third baseman will play back a little bit. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's the 0-2. Devastating slider, swing and a miss. And that's the first out of the inning, and a big strikeout as
14, Frank Zapata.
the catcher, Frank Zapata, digs into the box. Came across to score in his last at-bat after the base hit up the middle. Stole second and then aggressively took third on a ground ball to the shortstop. Put a lot of pressure on the left side of the infield, and Holmes' flip to Moreno was not caught and applied. Third base coach and skipper for the Merchants will call time. Not exactly sure what the conversation was about. 0-1. 1 out. Runners on the move and off the glove of Stanley. So, although Young was not on the move, he will take second base. So it's a stolen base for Ornelas, but that is pretty crucial as now no double play opportunity or forced out anywhere. Both runners in scoring position. The infield is in now on the cut of the, I want to say grass, but it's turf. This into center field, and it's going to get down in front of Landry. 1 run will score. Young's being waved. It's a great throw from Landry, and they got him at home. Young dead to rights at home. Spectacular throw from Landry. Don't know if that was a great send. Obviously, hindsight, not a good send. But Landry, good arm out there in center field as he moved to center. Aldrin taken out of the game. So Ornelas does come in to score. It's 5-4 Merchants, but Young thrown out at the plate. Zapata moves up to second base on the throw. High fastball to Brady Wetzel. Wetzel 1 for 3 today. He came across the score after he reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. Two 2-0 on Wetzel. And that fastball in there, strike 1. Nibis, 2 years at Mission, now a junior at Kansas State. And this is a routine fly ball out to center field. Landry will take a couple steps in and make the catch for the 3rd out. So the Merchants get 1 across. They have their lead going into the 9th. Top 9, Seagulls down by 1 and down to their last 3 outs. Top of the 9th here at Laney, and it's 5-4 Merchants, and they bring in the righty Andres De Leon for the save opportunity. Up by 1 here. And De Leon from Hayward went to Mountain House High School, College of Chabot, or Chabot College, and is a senior at Rogers State. De Leon set the school record for most strikeouts in a game while at Mountain House High School. He had 17 strikeouts in a game. That was the record. And he's also a 3-time first-team All-Conference and was 2019 Pitcher of the Year. His last 2 seasons at Rogers State, he's pitched 78 innings, 68 strikeouts, and a 5.88 ERA.
Number 24, Andreas D. Leon.
This is his 3rd appearance out of the pen this summer. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. So he comes in with a 4.77 ERA, looking for his first save of the season. Only 1 save this year, and that's for Gamboa. Gamboa picked up a save. It's 0-1 on Kai Holm. Seagulls down to their last 3 outs. And now it's 0-2 on Kai Holm. Grounded to first, stays fair, and easy play for Piazza. It's 3 unassisted for the first out. So 1 gone for Jake Barber. Best offensive game of the summer for Barber so far. He's got 2 singles today, 2 for 3. Barber was 0 for 14 coming into this game. Now 2 singles on the season. And both times, weirdly enough, was a forced out at second base. So 2-0 on Barber. Barber from North Carolina as he takes a look at a strike. Barber went to Pro 5 Baseball Academy as he hits this one into left center field. Left fielder McGee coming in, makes the catch for the second out. So, Seagulls down to their last out, and it was a defensive substitution. Logan Hart, who is hitting right here for Josh Algren, who came out of the game. Hart moved to right, Tinsley to left, and Landry to center. So a little bit of movement in the outfield. Josh Hart picking up his first at-bat of the game, and he spent 2 years at Modesto and is committed to Cal State Fullerton for the next spring. 1-1 on him with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and the Seagulls down to their last strike. 1-2. Two gone. The 1-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to second. Second baseman Ornelas on to first, and the Merchants come from behind in this one. Seagulls were up 4-0 in the 4th, and a 2 spot in the 6th, a 2 spot in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th, as they put 5 consecutive runs together, a 5-0 run, if you will. And the Merchants snap their 3-game skid as they pick up a victory coming back home. The Seagulls drop another one, as that's now 3 straight. They move to 6-9. Merchants 5-11. So that is it. 5-4 is the final. The Seagulls will play at 1 o'clock tomorrow in San Mateo at College of San Mateo against the Menlo Park Legends. The second matchup between those 2 teams. And so I will be there on the call for that one. My name is Cameron Anderson, signing out here from Laney College in Oakland. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you tomorrow.